Someone once said, life is not a bed of roses, or is it a bed of thorns? Life is the bed of roses filled with thorns. Mr. Contest Chair, honored judges, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Picture the scene. It was a beautiful, sunny, warm Friday morning, August 29th. A woman jumped out of bed, excited and happy. She was driving her daughter back to college in the city that morning for the start of her school year. She loved driving to the city because of all the excitement in the city, with the shopping, the restaurants, the Broadway shows, or just walking down the streets of Manhattan. She was on vacation that week and had been home the entire week to spend time with her daughter before dropping her off in school. Before getting ready to go to the city, the woman went downstairs to her family room to pray. After the prayers, she leaned forward to place some flowers at the foot of the deity. While leaning forward, she forgot and did not notice the two tall candles burning at the foot of the table. Her long flowing gown of flammable material touched the flames and caught fire. She did not realize she was on fire till she felt some warmth on her stomach and chest, but by then it was too late. There stood a long mirror and on one side of the family room. She saw herself in the mirror and was dumbfounded to see herself in flames. She stared at her reflection like she was watching a movie. Then she panicked and screamed in fear, "God, oh God, help me! Oh God, help me!" She started jumping and screaming and trying to unhook her dress at the back of her neck so she could pull the dress off from the top of her head. Luckily, she could not unhook her dress, because had she tried to pull the dress off from the top of her head, she would have sustained very bad burns on her face. Since she was jumping and kicking around, the fire was spreading more rapidly. Her daughter, on hearing her mother screaming, came rushing down the stairs, and when she saw her mother in flames, the girl burst out crying. She grabbed her mother by her shoulders and yelled at her to roll on the carpet. The flames still did not die down. The girl then grabbed a winter coat, which was lying on a couch nearby, and pressed the coat against her mother's stomach and chest. The flames finally died. The woman lay there on the carpet, panting and weeping. The ambulance came and she was rushed off to the hospital. Later, after the incident, the woman's family and friends asked her what had happened. The woman was very upset, hurt, and angry with God. She cried out, "How could God do this to me? How could He let this happen?" After all, she was praying. Her family and friends comforted her, saying, the situation could have been much worse. Her daughter had saved her life. She had sustained burns on parts of the body which is generally covered by clothing. She could have died, but death had been prevented. Till today, she has very bad scars on her stomach and chest. She was very badly shaken up. Why do adversities overtake people? What do we learn from it? We all know that no one glides through life without any problems. There is a problem in every person's life, and when one problem gets resolved, invariably there's another one to take its place, whether it is big or small. Every problem that we face in life has a reason or purpose. Trials mold our character, and every problem and conflict is a learning experience. In fact, we can easily state that every problem that we encounter in life is a stepping stone to our growth process, especially our emotional growth. When some people are ravaged with severe and grave experiences in life, those experiences soften them and make them better human beings. They become much more understanding, patient, kind, and empathetic, and are always ready to lend a helping hand. On the other hand, there are some people on whom these same experiences can have a negative effect. They become bitter, angry, and resentful. It is because they have never processed their grief and pain in a positive manner. Rick Warren, in his book, The Purpose-Driven Life, states, human beings are like jewels, shaped with the hammer and chisel of adversity. If a jeweler's hammer is not strong enough to chip off our rough edges, God will use a sledgehammer. If a person is really stubborn, God will use a jackhammer. He will do whatever it takes for a person to grow spiritually. Troubles produce patience, and patience produces character. Take a tree for an example. When we plant a tree, it requires both sunshine and rain to grow fully. So it is with human beings. We go through happy and sad times in our journey through life in order to grow and blossom. You may wonder how I know the story of the woman's near-death tragedy. It is because the woman who was ablaze was me. What did I learn from this experience? I stopped all rituals associated with prayer, and I do not know and can never understand why this happened. I embarked on a path of meditation and introspection, and that has brought about a significant change in my thinking and feelings. Ever since embarking on this practice, I feel a deep sense of peace and happiness. I feel empowered to deal with life's ongoing confrontation with confidence. Bruce Lee sums it up nicely. Do not pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Mr. Contester.